We continue our look at the St. Louis wrestling territory. I think we came up to it was called the St. Louis Wrestling Club. Uh, Great cards. And last time we looked at January of 1970. And Rodney, one thing we did find out, they do run St. Louis, Missouri, it looks like every other week. So they don't run it on a weekly basis. But we'll pick up on Friday, February 6th, 1970. Rodney, take it away.
All right, with the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis, attendance 6,679. 2 out of 3 fall match. Frank Hester and Ronnie Etchison defeat Joe Tommaso and Ricky Ronaldo. It's Roger Kirby defeating Luis Martinez. It's Wilbur Snyder defeating Ernie Bemis. In a 5-man battle royal, Bob Geigel defeated Angelo Poffo, Dewey Robinson, Moose Chalak, and Tommy Martin. The Crimson Knight versus Pat O'Connor in a time limit draw, 30-minute time limit draw. 2 out of 3 fall match. Blackjack Lanza defeats Jack Briscoe by referee stoppage, 2 falls to 1.
So evidently, Blackjack Lanza must have done some. Well, no, I guess Jack Briscoe's the one that got disqualified. Well, this says referee stoppage, though, didn't it?
Lots of times that's blood in some cases.
This is true. Then they return on Friday, February the 20th to St. Louis, and 2 out of 3 falls match. Lars Anderson on this card, teaming with Angelo Poffo, defeated Thor Hagen and Tommy Martin. 2 out of 3 by 2 falls to 1. The Crimson Knight,
the Crimson Knight
character, defeated Guy Mitchell. Jack Briscoe defeated Roger Kirby, 14 minutes, 16 seconds. Pat O'Connor defeated Dick Murdoch, 10 minutes, 46 seconds. Blackjack Lanza and Bob Geigel went against Ernie Ladd and Dick the Bruiser, ended without a winner as a no contest. And a 2 out of 3 falls match, NWA World Heavyweight Championship match. Dory Funk Jr. defeated Baron von Raschke by 2 falls to 1. Look at that. The World Heavyweight Champion, Rodney, defeated someone 2 falls to 1.
That's right. They put the champion over. I like it. Friday, March the 6th, 1970. We're back at the Kiel in St. Louis. Tommy Martin defeated Ricky Ronaldo. Roger Kirby defeated Jack Pesek. It's Baron von Raschke defeating Joe Blanchard. Jack Briscoe, Pat O'Connor, and Dewey Robertson. Robertson defeating Blackjack Lanza, Bobby Heenan, and Lars Anderson. The Crimson Knight defeated versus Dick the Bruiser. Of course, that was a no contest in that one. Ernie Ladd defeats Bob Geigel in the main event.
I believe Jack Pizak, I guess that's how you said that. He was a World Heavyweight Champion, wasn't he?
I believe that's right.
I know that Lou Thez had just great stuff to say about him and loved him to death. So look at the people they have working for them at this point in time. We're going to go back to St. Louis, Missouri, Friday, March 20th, 1970. 9,206 people attended this event. The first match, 2 out of 3 falls match. Betty Nicoli and Jessica Rogers defeated Linda Klein and Barbara Galanto. Any kind of Mario Galanto?
She was the cousin of the sister of Mario Galanto.
I got you. Well, they actually Betty Nicoli and Jessica Rogers actually defeated them 2 falls to 1. So evidently they wasn't great tag team as they lost both falls. Didn't even win a fall. Ronnie Etchison. You hear a lot about Ronnie Etchison, especially in the St. Louis area. He must have been really, really, really good.
Yeah.
But I don't think he ever left this area, did he?
Yeah, I honestly, this is the first I've heard of him.
I've heard of him before, but he defeated Angelo Poffo by disqualification in 6 minutes, 43 seconds. Roger Kirby versus Tommy Martin ended without a winner as a time limit draw, 20 minutes, 2 out of 3 falls match. Ernie Ladd and Dewey Robertson defeated Moose Cholak and Lars Anderson by 2 falls to 1. Dick the Bruiser defeated Buddy Smith, 4 minutes, 59 seconds. The Crimson Knight defeated Bob Windham, which later would become Blackjack Mulligan, 11 minutes, 7 seconds. 2-on-1 handicap match. Jack Briscoe and Wilbur Snyder defeated Blackjack Lanza. Pat O'Connor defeated Baron von Raschke. 18 minutes, 29 seconds.
All right, it's beginning to build as we head to Friday, April 3rd, Kiel Auditorium, St. Louis. The attendance for that one, 11,581. 2 out of 3 fall match. Luis Martinez and Ron Etchison defeats Kenji Kimura and Killer Carl Cox. 15 minutes. 2 falls to no. Nothing in that one. 2 straight falls. Angelo Poffo versus Dewey Robinson in a time limit draw. Baron von Raschke defeated Tommy Martin, 13 minutes, 43 seconds. Moose Chulak defeated Jim Valen in 9 minutes, 59 seconds. Wilbur Snyder, Jack Briscoe, and Ernie Ladd defeats Blackjack Lanza, the Crimson Knight, and Lars Anderson in 7 minutes, 59 seconds. And in the main event, 2 out of 3 fall match for the World Heavyweight Championship, it's Dory Funk Jr. defeating Pat O'Connor. 1 hour. But he won by 1 fall to 0, and apparently a time on the draw, I would assume, in the rest of it.
And it must have been. I bet that was a tremendous match.
I bet it was too. Absolutely. I mean, you got the former world champion in it. And as you can see, 11,581 for just coming to see Pat O'Connor try to regain the world championship from Dory Funk Jr.
Moose Cholak, did you ever see him wrestle?
I have seen him on the show out of Indianapolis. Big old guy, big guy. The people hated him up there for sure. But very popular all throughout the Indianapolis, St. Louis area.
I don't know that I've ever saw him, but I had heard of his name. On Friday, April 17th, they would return to St. Louis, 10,618 people to see Tommy Martin defeat Bobby Heenan by disqualification. Lars Anderson, I think that's one thing we have not talked about. Bobby Heenan was managing Blackjack Lanza at this point in time. So, and I think we've been forgetting to say that he was the manager. Lars Anderson defeated Bobby Brunzell, or it might be in Brunel, 4 minutes, 52 seconds. Jack Briscoe defeated K.O. Cox. Now, I'm not for sure. Maybe that's not Killer Carl Cox. Maybe that's someone else. 5 minutes, 35 seconds. Baron von Raschke versus Wilbur Snyder ended without a winner in a time limit draw of 15 minutes. Blackjack Lanza defeated Bob Windham. So right there, as we see Bob Windham going against Blackjack Lanza, he would later become Blackjack Mulligan. 9 minutes, 10 seconds. Ernie Ladd versus Killer Kowalski ended without a winner as a time limit draw. Dick the Bruiser defeated Billy Howard. 3 minutes, 31 seconds. Hey, you ever notice Dick the Bruiser's matches didn't go very long, did they?
No.
And they came back with a 12-man battle royal. Wilbur Snyder won that match. And then the main event, Gene Kiniski, former World Heavyweight Champion and NWA World Champion, defeated Pat O'Connor by countout in 9 minutes, 10 seconds. You can see, when you look at these cards, you can see why they did so well. Because the talent was really good. When you look at Baron von Raschke during this time, probably in his prime in the 1970s. The early 1970s, wouldn't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And you noticed, okay, let's go from the beginning. Okay. All the cards basically that had Pat O'Connor basically on the main events did very well. Did you notice that? 9,206 Pat O'Connor against Baron von Raschke. You had the Kiel 11,581 Dory Funk Jr. and Pat O'Connor main event. Apparently Pat O'Connor was over.
I would love to see videos from this, but tremendous. We will pick up and we will continue our look at the Kansas City territory as we move on. I guess this is the St. Louis territory, but they use the same talent. I think it was mostly some of the same talent. Some of them were completely different, but tremendous wrestling, tremendous cards, and we'll be telling you about the winners and losers and the cards as we continue our look at St. Louis Championship Wrestling there in St. Louis. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next video right here on Pro Wrestling Inside Now.